Hey, so I am back with a brand new video on how we can teach our kids to recognize the red flags of tricky people. This is a super popular question that I've gotten from so many parents over the last few weeks asking, and I've even gotten repeated messages from parents asking, how do I help my child recognize tricky people? Because here's the thing. Just a few facts. Stranger danger, that's what we all grew up with, right? Stranger danger, be careful, like the creepy guy in the ice cream truck, somebody who offers you candy and tries to take you away from your parents. Well, okay, so that's a real thing. It can happen, but it is the smallest, teeniest, tiniest amount of danger to children. So, yes, stranger danger is a possibility. No, it is not the biggest danger because you know why? 95% of children who are victimized or abused are abused by someone they know and trust. Most often, that is someone who is a family friend, someone who is a member of the family, the immediate family or the extended family, someone they knew at church, someone from youth class, someone from their school, someone you know and trust. Most likely, someone that as a parent, you know and trust as well. Someone you feel comfortable being unsupervised around your child. The whopping majority of victimization of children also occurs in a residence, not out at the mall, not in a dark alley, not out at the park. It occurs at home, at somebody's house. Your house, a friend's house, aunts and uncles' houses, something like that. So just a few other really shocking and horrifying statistics in case you didn't think this was the tricky people conversation was something important to have with your kids. Almost 30% of United States of America youth between the ages of 14 and 17 will be sexually victimized. Did you hear me? Nearly 30% of young people from between the ages of 14 and 17 will be sexually victimized. And here's the heartbreaking part. 1 out of every 3 adults do not believe children who tell. 1 out of every 3 adults don't believe kids who come and say this happened to me. So here is how you help your children be aware of red flags that are about tricky people, because it is not enough to just tell your children to watch out for bad people. You know why? Because people who are dangerous to children are usually really cool people. They don't get access to kids by coming across as a bad person. If you tell your children to watch out for bad people, they're going to be thinking like the bad people that are out in the movies or that out in the TV shows. So you can't be keeping your kids safe by telling them to watch out for bad people. And hey, I see a bunch of people saying hello, and that is awesome. I see friends of mine watching and other people I don't even know. So if you're watching this right now, please take a second to like it, share it, drop me a comment underneath, all of that. Even if you hate my hair like some of the people in the last video, I really don't care. You're boosting my views, and it gets the message out for people who are needing to know about how to help their kids avoid tricky people. So like it, share it. And so tricky people is the way to talk to your kids, not bad people, not scary people, because tricky people seem super nice at first. And here are some of the things that tricky people do to encourage grooming. Now, do you know what grooming is? Grooming is the way that tricky people with nefarious intentions gain the trust of those who they want to hurt. Tricky people groom not only the victim, not only the child, they groom the parents, they groom the family, they groom the grandparents, they groom the church community. They gain trust all the way around, not just the child, because in order to get access to the child, they have to be trusted by the parents. Tricky people will go out of their way to be super helpful to busy parents. They'll be willing to drop everything at just a drop of a hat. I'll come over. I'll watch the kids. I'll pick them up from school. I'll be happy to do that. So somebody who doesn't already have that as a job and they're super willing to do that, you should ask why. Tricky people will groom by making a family or the child or both feel super special. They might give presents. They might offer trips. They might sponsor kids to do things in a way that just is not normally right. They don't have a reason to do that because they're expecting something later. They may engage in unusual amounts of horseplay with the children. Tickling is a huge grooming tactic because the more a child is conditioned to allow someone to touch them, then the person can touch them later and then hold it against them. Tickling, hair stroking, just general touching. And then a tricky person will teach a child, they will test them out, and they will teach a child to keep a little secret. Maybe not a bad secret, maybe an okay secret, and then they'll just see if that child will keep the secret for them. And then they know that if that child will keep the secret, then they can keep a bigger secret. And at that point, it can turn to threats and blackmail and emotional abuse. And then the stage is set. And this can happen to children very, very young. The average age is between like 4 and 8 for the onset of tricky people within a trusted circle for abusing children. So here, those are basic signs to teach your children to watch out for and for you to watch out for. But here is what you can teach your child to do. Here is how you teach your child to respond to tricky people. And there are 4 basic things. 1, your body is your body. It does not belong to anyone else. No one gets to touch your body except a trusted parent and your doctor. And the only reason that a trusted parent or your doctor is going to touch your body, especially your private parts, is if you are sick, if you need help, or you're having a checkup. And outside of those contexts, nobody gets to touch your private parts. Your body belongs to you. That even means, you know what? There are some people in older generations, I get it, they want to make their little kids come and hug them. But in today's world, there are parents, and I am one of them, who do not force their children to hug someone that they don't know and that they don't want to hug. You can shake hands, you can high five, you can have all kinds of appropriate touch that does not invade a child's boundaries and does not condition them to being expected to hand over access to their body to people that they don't already know and trust. Number 2, so that's number 1, your body is your body. Number 2, no secrets. No secrets ever. We don't keep secrets. We do surprises. Surprises are good, happy things that we keep secret for a short period of time until we can tell everyone and make people happy. Secrets, however, are bad things, dangerous things, ugly things, things that'll get you in trouble, things that'll get someone else in trouble, and that would make people sad if they knew. We don't keep secrets. I actually have an email from a parent who wrote me after seeing one of the other videos, who said that their 6-year-old had been raped by their 10-year-old cousin. And it was an absolutely devastating, heartbreaking situation. But the only reason she told was because they had taught her, if anyone ever tells you to keep a secret, you are required to come and tell mommy. You must come tell your parents if someone tells you to keep a secret. That changes the game. You have to come and tell. So when she was told to keep it a secret by a teacher, no less, in fact, truth is stranger than fiction, but when a teacher told her to keep it a secret that she had been raped by her cousin, that's when she went and told her parents. Teach your kids not to keep secrets. Secrets are dangerous. We don't keep secrets. And a child who will not ever keep a secret is a child who is not safe in the grooming process for the predator, for the abuser. And that is someone that they can't manipulate as easily. So that's a good thing for kids to know. Number 3, keep telling until someone believes you. Remember, the statistic is 1 in 3 adults will not believe a child who does disclose, and the vast majority of sexual abuse is never disclosed because it's too shameful. It's just, people don't want to talk about it. Kids don't even want to talk about it, even when they hate that it's happening. So 1 in 3 adults does not believe a child who discloses. 97 to 98% of children who do disclose are telling the truth. So there's this vast discrepancy in those statistics. And so teach your child, this is number 3, keep telling until someone believes you. And promise your children that if anything ever happens to them, you will not be mad at them and you will believe them. So 1, your body is yours. 2, no secrets ever. 3, keep telling until somebody believes you. And 4, this is one that I think is super, super important, and this is my last one, and that is teach your children how to recognize the signs in their body when something doesn't feel right. Now, this is kind of tricky because different people feel it in different ways. So sit down and ask your kids sometime when you're having, maybe it's story time or you're all piled up and you're just relaxing, or it's snuggle time, you're out on a walk, in the car, whatever. Find a convenient time to talk to your kids. And when they're feeling open, and ask them when they know something isn't right, where do they feel it? Some kids will feel it in their tummy, and it's just like, oh, mommy, my tummy feels upset. Other kids will say, I feel it in my throat. My throat gets all tight and weird. Some kids say, I feel it in my heart. My heart starts beating fast. Whatever it is, help your child recognize their signs of warning, their body talking to them. Help them know that when they feel that way, whether it's frozen in fear, or whether it's like I'm gonna fight somebody, or whether they feel sick to their stomach, or they gotta go poo, whatever it is, they're nauseated, whatever it is, help them recognize their individual, unique sensations of feeling when something isn't right, when they're scared, when they know something is wrong. And that can be as young as 4 or 5. Start asking those just really innocent questions, and then tell them, if you ever feel that way, or if anybody ever makes you uncomfortable like that, you come tell mommy, you come tell daddy, you come talk to us. Help them know. My kids have actually been able, because we talk about this kind of stuff, they have been able at times to let me know, mommy, I think that's a tricky person over there, because this person may have walked up and sat down next to them and started talking to them, and they didn't know that person, and they've been taught to be polite, but then they will get up and excuse themselves and walk away and double check the situation. Help them to watch their environment. You're out sitting getting ice cream. Hey, let's look around at the people. Who do you think, what do you think about these people? What stories are they telling you when they're walking around? What does their body language say? Observe. Teach your kids to look around them, to observe, to talk about it, to process things, and to listen to their own body. Can you guys hear that thunder? That is some crazy storm out there. It's pouring outside. Anyway, so that's it. 4 ways to help your children watch out for tricky people. And those are: your body is yours, no secrets, keep telling until somebody believes you, and learn to recognize the signs in your body. I hope this has been super helpful to you. If it has, I would love for it to go all over the world like the last video did. And please share it, like it, leave me a comment. And if you have questions, if there's other videos you want me to do, if there's other things you want me to talk about, please leave a comment, send me a message. I will do those videos. I have a list of like 40 topics already lined up, so this is just one of many coming. But the more the questions I get on certain ones, the more I know that is what you want me to talk about. So please like it, share it, go and like and follow the page, tell your friends, post about it, post it in your mommy groups and your daddy groups, and even on your church's pages, because you know what? Churches and church schools, we need this stuff. We are too trusting sometimes in the faith community. So once again, thank you guys very much. I'm Sarah McDugal, and I'm really, really glad that you hung out here and listened with me today. Have a great day, have a safe day, and enjoy talking to your kids about really important stuff. See ya.